Only 3 nations on Earth have successfully launched humans into space using their own hardware: the United States, Russia, and China. Now, India is preparing to break into that exclusive circle. But there's a massive misconception about this mission. Most people focus on the fire of the launch, but the real story and the real danger isn't about getting into the sky. It's about surviving the return. Before ISRO puts any human lives on the line, they are sending up a passenger that doesn't breathe, and it's going to reveal exactly how difficult this mission really is. India's human spaceflight program, known as Gaganyaan, is being spearheaded by the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO. The objective is deceptively simple: send a crew of 3 astronauts into low Earth orbit for a duration of 3 to 7 days. However, the technical overhead is immense. This isn't just about building a bigger rocket. It's about human rating an entire ecosystem. Every system, from the life support that scrubs carbon dioxide to the communication arrays that must remain active during extreme vibration, is being built for full-stack independence. According to official ISRO briefs, this is about proving India can sustain human life in the most hostile environment known to man. Before a single astronaut boards the capsule, ISRO is launching Vyommitra. To cut through the hype, Vyommitra is not a sci-fi autonomous AI, nor is it controlling the spacecraft. It is a semi-humanoid test system. Think of it as a sophisticated sensor-laden crash test dummy that can talk. It is designed to simulate crew interactions and monitor cabin conditions like pressure, heat, and radiation levels. Its primary job is to act as a biological proxy, to expose engineering failures and life support glitches before a human ever steps foot inside. The mission relies on the LVM-3, the same heavy-lift rocket family that successfully delivered the Chandrayaan-3 lander to the moon. But launching a satellite is a different game than launching a person. To carry a crew, the LVM-3 had to be human-rated. This involves installing a crew escape system, CES, essentially a high-powered rocket cap that can pull the astronauts away from the main booster in milliseconds if a catastrophe occurs on the pad or during ascent. As documented in ISRO's human rating briefings, the tolerances for failure are narrowed down to almost 0. The most terrifying phase of the mission isn't the 10-minute climb to orbit, it's the 20-minute descent. When the Gaganyaan capsule hits the Earth's atmosphere, it will be traveling at several kilometers per second. Friction with the air will generate temperatures exceeding 1500 degrees Celsius, turning the air around the capsule into a glowing shroud of plasma that cuts off all radio contact. This blackout zone is where the heat shield must perform flawlessly. If the angle of entry is off by even a few degrees, the capsule could either skip off the atmosphere like a stone on water or burn up instantly. ISRO is following a methodical, safety-first timeline. They have already cleared the pad abort test and the first high-altitude abort test. The next phase involves the G1 and G2 uncrewed orbital missions, which will fly Vyommitra and validate the life support systems in actual space conditions. Only after these ghost flights are successful will the first crewed mission, titled H1, take place. While official statements target the mid to late 2020s, the history of spaceflight suggests that the timeline will shift to ensure the absolute safety of the crew. If successful, India becomes a global space landlord rather than a tenant. Having independent human launch capability means India won't have to rely on foreign agencies to send its citizens to space. It lays the groundwork for the Bharatiya Antariksh Station, India's own space station, and secures a seat at the table for the future lunar economy. While India did collaborate with Russia's Roscosmos for initial astronaut training, the core technology is an indigenous achievement that signals a massive shift in the global balance of space power. In the end, Gaganyaan isn't just a flashy headline or a one-off stunt. It is a grueling, high-stakes engineering project that proves India can play the hardest game in the world on its own terms. If ISRO can master the fire of re-entry, they aren't just launching astronauts. They are launching a new era of Indian history. One that doesn't just look up at the stars, but lives among them.